Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. And as Christmas approaches, it's only a few days away now. Those in power, and we use the word power quite inappropriately, have decided that they're going to show us their magic Christmas cards. Oh, joy. Well, I've got a selection here. This actually comes from the Guido Fawkes site, but I think it is excellent. But I'm using the few that they've got on there, but I'm going to just put my own spin on this because they are magical Christmas cards. They just bring out the joy of the season. And also it's Merry Christmas. Anyone who says Happy Christmas, there's a special place in hell for them. Anyway, we're going to have a look at these. So let's have a look at first up. I'm just going to move my camera slightly there, like that, just so I can put the card here. And then you can still see my pretty face. So we're going to, first up, right, is Lamie. Now, Lamie's decided that at this time of year, celebrating the birth of the Messiah and all this, that the most important person at Christmas that you should see when you see a Christmas card is David Lamie. And here it is. Yes, there we are. So as you can see, there's David Lamie in all his glory. So his idea of a nice Christmas then appears to be sitting in front of a fire in a black suit and black tie, as though he's been to a funeral. And he likes to have a picture of a white man wearing the old wig from the 17th century. So presumably some great sea lord or plantation owner, who knows? Yes, very weird, isn't it? And then he's got the Union Jack in the background to show that he's proud to be British. Yeah. Also, he appears to be burning a coal fire. Does that not bode ill for the government on its fossil fuels? Seems very odd, doesn't it? It's very, very odd. It's a very odd Christmas card. Anyway, there's that. Up next is Kemi's. Now, Kemi's gone very traditional. So here's Kemi's. And as you see, it's a little shack, and in it appears to be two Tyrannosaurus Rexes yelling over some lunch or something. And then there's various animals and people and angels around them. But I do like the two Tyrannosaurus Rexes. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. But at least she's gone traditional, and that's fine. And she has three men on camels, presumably the wise men. Although nowhere in the Bible does it say there was three of them, which is an interesting thing. There we go. Okay, that's fine. So now, oh boy, right, here we go. It's the Tory one. Are you ready for this? Now, this is the one from CCHQ. It's not the Tory party official one. It's the Conservative Central HQ, their official Christmas card. And here it is in all its Christmas glory. Ta-da! Seriously. It's a pub called The Two Chairmen. It's close by to CCHQ. And their Christmas card is two old, faceless twonks holding out and getting pissed. Merry Christmas. You bastard. I love you, Dave. Seriously. Absolutely awful, isn't it? Now, Tory MP Caroline Johnson, she can't help it. She's had to go in and go, oh, we're going to do a bit of virtue signalling here. And so she's had a child draw some houses. And then there's a magical flying tractor, Santa driving the tractor. So presumably he's laid off the reindeer, presumably because it was too expensive to have them now that you've got the increase in national insurance. And he's mechanised the whole procedure. So here we go. Bada bing. See? The tractor's driving one way, the sleigh's going in a different direction. Kind of sums the Tory party in, doesn't it? The leader going one way and the rest of them following, but going in a different direction. Yes, and it's all up in the air. So very apt. When you look at it, it's very apt of the Tory party. But that's Caroline Johnson. And then finally, this one. Now this is the weirdest of all. This is from a Labour MP. Tonya Antoniazzi, and it's the weirdest thing you've ever seen. It's two big fat footprints I'm presuming they're hers, which makes you think, ugh, what are her feet like? It's pretending to be a Christmas tree. But I will notice right at the top, I don't know if it's conscious or unconscious or deliberate, whatever, or accidental, but obviously great support there for Israel. Nice to see that tree topped with the Star of David. So, yeah, obviously very biased. Pro-Israel Christmas card. Very nice. And then, there you go. Let me come back into the centre here. So, what do we think? Are they as truly awful as you imagined they would be? I think so. I think they're horrendous, especially the dirty foot Christmas card, because nothing says Christmas like someone's filthy feet. Who comes up with that idea? But Lamie, that is just narcissism, isn't it? It's arrogance, conceit, and sheer bloody narcissism. It's me. You see at Christmas, you look at me in my Undertaker's suit, presumably burying the corpse of Great Britain. Who knows? As well as, like I say, burning the fire. Whoever... Yeah, he's probably thought it was a good idea, but surely someone, somewhere, in an office, had to look at that and sign off and say, yeah, that's okay, without looking at the iconography, without looking at the metaphors within that card, without seeing what we now see. It is, once you see it, you can't unsee it. And it's like the two fighting Tyrannosauruses there. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. But Lamie, this is the problem. Lamie thinks he's greater than he is, and boy, he really, really isn't. But yeah, all of them are farcical. I think if I was to choose one, my favourite one of the lot, I think would be Kemi's with the fighting dinosaurs. I think the actual worst has got to be the two drunken bums outside the pub holding the beers up. At least Lamie's gives you something to laugh at, even if it is only what a pathetic figure he cuts. What a complete sad loser he truly is. But then aren't they all? Aren't they all? Can't they just go down and do what everyone else does? Go to Tesco, buy a big 20-pack of cards. Incidentally, just as an aside, who the hell sends cards anymore? It's so 20th century. You send cards to people you're not going to see, but Jesus, you just throw them like, Merry Christmas. You know? We don't send cards anymore. The only reason I buy cards is for my nephews and nieces, and it's just a convenient little holder to slip the cash into, and that's it. That's the only reason I buy any cards. What about you? Let me know. Which do you think is your favourite? Which do you think is your worst? And do you send cards? They're the things we want to see. Thanks very much. Bye.